Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the score was 136-105, and the Lakers blew the Hawks out tonight. Definitely pleased about our performance this evening. Essentially, we were hot and they were cold. They shot a lot of threes. They attempted 41 threes. I think they hit only like 7 of them as a team. They were bad, bad, bad from behind the arc. And we shot 41% from behind the arc and had a good balanced attack. Braun, AD, and D'Lo all shot 14 shots. Braun and D'Lo hit 10 of them. I believe AD hit 8 of them. I think that's how that went. Forgive me if I'm wrong. D'Lo and Braun both had 10 assists as well. Braun had 7 rebounds. D'Lo had 4. As a team, we won the rebound in total by 8. I think AD had like 15 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal or something like that. A lot of nice plays, a lot of highlights there for us, including the Jalen Johnson dunk that we're going to see a lot of. I hope Jalen Johnson is healthy. He did end the game in a lot of pain. I don't know what happened with his leg. Hopefully it ain't too serious because he's just fresh from injury and he got hurt in garbage time. So I know that Hawks fans are not happy about that. But yeah, we walked out of here playing pretty well, man. I thought Jackson Hayes had a pretty good game. We saw Max Christie tonight. He had a good game. Rui Hachimura walked out of there with 17 points. I think Austin Reeves didn't shoot the 3 ball very well, but he did have some fantastic passes and highlights out there, some steals as well, stuff like that. He got involved defensively tonight. So this was a fun one for us. I don't think it negated a lot of what went wrong. Still got some of those bad tastes in my mouth from those other games that we really dropped, but ultimately it was good to see us bounce back strong and get some garbage time minutes out there. Max Lewis played some good defense on one play at the end of this game that really stood out for me just now. We saw some amazing Hayes for a change. I wish Coach would use Skylar Mays a bit more. I just think he'd be a lot better for us than some of what we've been doing out there. He had a couple steals and a couple plays on the offensive end that worked out, including a Jackson Hayes dunk in the end. So that's kind of what it is for me. I always remember the garbage time minutes because I really do want to see those players more so than I want to see the Torian Princes and some, to be honest with you, I just want to see the development of our players. So that's always something for my eye. What else? Really, this was a fun game. D'Lo tied Nick Van Exel's all-time 3-point record tonight for the Lakers. And we'll break that hopefully on Friday. If everything goes great, he should be able to break that. He checked out with about 8 minutes to go, so I know he would have broke it tonight, but it was the right thing to do. We were up by 20-something at that point, and I would have loved to have seen him break it tonight. But, you don't want what happened to Jalen Johnson to happen to your team while you're chasing stuff. Guy gets hurt, and then the first thing you're wondering is why Coach didn't take him out. So I thought this was probably the better way to go. It probably was, and that's really the end of that. DeJounte Murray was 1 of 9 from behind the arc. As I said, they only hit like 7 of them. They attempted 41, and that's right what we needed. It's a team that had been shooting the 3-ball really well last night. I think they hit 50% of them last night or something like that. So I guess they thought they were going to walk in against us and shoot well. Different ball game, definitely different ball game. So that's really what it was. We just had a balanced attack, took care of business, and left the Hawks flat on their back. They were hurt, man. They definitely did not have a good game tonight. We blew them all the way out. That game was pretty much over at halftime, really, if you ask me. It was pretty much over. And I thought our garbage time guys came in and added to the score. I don't think they were a negative in the plus minus at all. It's a unit. Harry Giles got some minutes tonight at the end of the game. That was pretty cool to see him get going, and that's just what it is, man. I thought that this was an overall fun win for our team, going up against a team that just was not ready tonight. They were not ready to play, and it's a good thing because we definitely like getting easy wins, and they don't come very often to us, especially during this time of year, man. You almost wish every team would approach every game against us like the Hawks did tonight. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't everybody play like this? We would never lose, man. But that's really what it was, man. I just thought our team came in a lot more ready than theirs was, and that's something I don't get a chance to say very often, unfortunately, this season. It's just not. So yeah, man, definitely happy to see D'Lo bounce back. Though he had some bad games after that article got released, so I thought he came out here and really showed himself in a positive way, getting those assists off, hitting shots, getting his confidence back up. I thought he did well. What else, man? I don't want to complain about anything. I don't think there's a whole lot to complain about, really. We played a good game. I thought we were going up against a lesser talented team, missing players and stuff like that, shooting too much. Onyeka Okongwu surprised me. I was so certain he wasn't going to play tonight. He ended up checking in, but didn't do a whole lot of damage. I think AD played really well, man. I thought he bounced back very strong with his 15 rebounds, double-digit points, couple steals, couple blocks, that kind of thing. I think he had like 1 steal, 2 blocks or something, maybe, and some really nice assists as well. And I thought he was shooting pretty solid. You know, his push shots from like 15 feet away, he misses those a lot, and that's something I wanted to throw in there. He missed some of those tonight. Everything else he took was pretty good. He even hit a corner 3 tonight off the dribble. So I don't know if we should continue to have him hunt those, where he kind of shoots it from his ear, like a little hook shot, not really a hook, but like a push layup type of thing that he does usually from like 10 feet, 12 feet away, 8 feet away or what have you. They never fall, man. And every time he tries those, he bricks them. And usually it sets him up for a bad shooting night when that happens. It's something that I've been paying attention to pretty much all season long. And I've just, after so much of a sample size of him attempting that shot, I've just come to the conclusion that he probably shouldn't shoot it. So that's something I want to just throw out there. That push shot it rarely falls for him, and he likes to attempt it a lot. It's just not a good look. It's a bad shot for him. All right, let's get into the Christian Wood thing, man. I tried to talk about it at halftime. I was pretty irritated by it, and right now, I just wanted to kind of tell y'all about my reaction before getting into how frustrated I am with that particular bit of news that got released around tip-off. Woj, maybe like 2 minutes into the game, dropped a bomb on us, telling us essentially that Christian Wood has decided to have arthroscopic surgery on his knee that will keep him out for about 4 weeks. Now, he's been out for about 4 weeks, all up until this point. And I guess the decision to have him have surgery was made tonight. And, I need more information to know exactly how to view this, because for all I know, he got re-injured. For all I know, the doctors told him to let's see how it goes, and then when we reevaluate, we'll see, like they did with Gabe Vincent or something like that. I don't know if I should blame him in any way, but I do look at this and I say, we're in the middle of our season, or the end of our season rather, getting ready to hit the playoffs. We need the center very badly. And here we are in a situation where we've already had him out for a month, and surgery is now going to be suggested. Why wasn't that surgery suggested weeks ago? What process is it to have a player wait to see if something is bad enough to have surgery that takes a whole month or several months in Gabe Vincent's case? Whatever that is, that needs to go away. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, if they say, okay, you do have a knee injury, but let's just see if it'll heal over the next 4 weeks. And after that, if it hasn't healed, let's have surgery. Whatever the hell that is, that needs to leave our league. If that's what doctors are doing, that needs to stop. That needs to stop right away. That at no point in time does that make any sense for the profession that they're in. Either you have surgery right away, or you don't have surgery at all. You feel me? And you be out for the season if you want to have the surgery in the off season. But this whole let's wait and see, this is 2 players we've had this problem with this season. 2. However it went. And with Gabe Vincent, they told him, yeah, let's wait for let's see. And then afterwards, if it's not good, we'll have surgery. Hell no. No more of that. No more of that. No more of that. If it's a chance they need surgery, get the damn surgery done. Let's not wait and see if it's going to heal. It ain't healing. Neither one of those injuries healed. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's what that was, if this was the same type of crap, that needs to leave our game. That needs to leave everything we're doing. I don't want to ever hear another story like this again. Seriously. And if that's a Laker doctor thing, he don't need to be Laker doctor no more. I'm just being honest. No more wait and sees when it comes to the possibility of surgery, fam. No more of that. I understand that guys don't want to go under the knife. I don't blame them. But for what it is that they're involved in, their profession of what it is involved in, this here, it should not be how that goes. Okay? And definitely not in the off season either. Not in the off season either. Especially when you need to have surgery and it determines that you've been sitting for a whole damn month and it didn't heal. Nah, fam. Nah, that whole month is time where you could have been healing from the surgery. And your team needs that of you. Your off season, your conditioning needs that of you. So I don't even have the words for what this is, but I can tell you this: I'm of the mindset we waive Christian Wood right now and pick up Dwight Howard immediately, because we don't have time for him to be waiting 4 weeks. 4 weeks, we will be gone in 4 weeks. Our team is going to be on the last leg of the season, and we're not going to be responsibly putting him into the lineup 2 games before the play-in tournament, or have him come back in the play-in tournament and have Darvin Ham determine how best to utilize him in the freaking play-in game as he's coming back from knee surgery. Hell no. His season is over. Waive that man. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not even play like that. Don't even play like that, man. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even play like that. We need a center in here now. And the last thing we need is for Darvin to have to try to figure out how to incorporate him, Gabe Vincent, and all these other hurt guys that are supposedly going to come back before the season's over at the last damn minute. Nah, you asking for it. You're absolutely asking for it, LA. You do better ruling all these dudes out for the season. And rather than have Darvin Ham trying to figure out how to put him back under the lineup when it matters the absolute most. That is just walking off the plank right there. You stepping right. You might as well put the rope around your neck. You understand what I'm saying? No way in hell. I'm ruling all them dudes out. The way I feel right now, Gabe Vincent ain't coming back. Vando ain't coming. None of them people coming back. Because at the end of the day, it is too damn late. We got 13 games left. Do you understand what I'm saying? 13 games left. And we're going to try to incorporate half the damn team off of fresh injuries, all of them. Half of these role players supposed to be incorporated back into the rotation. Are you serious? Hell no. At some point in time, somebody needs to understand. You are asking a lot of somebody who's proven they're no good at this. You're asking Darvin Ham to find ways of putting players that he ain't had all season long on the team in the last week of the damn season. All season long, guys like Gabe Vincent and Cam Reddish been in and out of the lineup. Vando been out of the lineup 3 times with different injuries. Now Christian Wood with this knee injury. Now he want to have surgery a month after he's diagnosed. Like, this type of stuff, man, there's no way you can look at that as a plus for your roster. Maybe 1 guy, 2 guys, all of them supposed to be coming back at the same time, and you think Darvin's going to be able to rotate that properly? Do not even toy with that, Los Angeles. Don't even toy with that. Some of these dudes, especially the ones that are on multi-year contracts, they do not need to be coming back this season. Gabe Vincent does not need to be coming back this season. I'm just being honest. No, unless somebody else goes down to which we need him, we don't need him. Vanderbilt would be my exception only because you probably need what Vanderbilt does. But for the sake of what Vanderbilt does, I don't want him coming back this season either. I want him to get in shape in the offseason and come back as strong and as healthy as he could possibly be so he can be there for me going forward. I don't need him hobbling through the play-in tournament or hobbling through the playoffs, trying to work his way back into conditioning. Nah, man. I need him to be able to throw his body around, rebound the ball, be a pogo stick. I can't ask him fresh off injury to be himself, man. It's just, I may need to for this roster, but I also may not want to see him go down with another injury setback, for which is probably imminent for the style of play that he plays and the circumstances at hand, man. No. At some point in time, y'all just got to look around and say, man, this team this year ain't going to do it. You can bring everybody back, and you're going to suck just as bad because of the rotations that Darvin Ham is likely to put on the floor. You're still going to lose. And you risk these guys getting re-injured. No, they all need to sit out for the rest of the season and build their conditioning to a space where they could play an 82-game schedule without any setbacks, man. And right now, you bringing these dudes back for the tail end of this old mediocre season, it's going to put all of that at risk. Each and every one of them injured players. And it's like 5 or 6 of them, fam. It's like 6 people. You see what happened with Cam Reddish. You see what happened with Vando. And then you got the Wood and Vincent delayed knee surgeries. Like, man, what is this crap? Like, what is this you're asking of us as fans to sit back and be waiting for these dudes? Just so our coach can come back in and put them all on the floor at the same time when he shouldn't, or something like that? In a one-and-done play-in tournament situation, man? No, man. No. That's not what's best for this unit at all, man. It's not what's best for those players who we going to have on contract next year probably coming back from injuries. Nah, man. Nah. I say rule all them dudes out for the season and then keep them in the gym working on their conditioning for the next 6 months. And then when they come back next year, they all look like Spartans and Titans and, you know what I'm saying? In the best shape of their damn lives. That makes more sense to me than trying to bring them back for this old mediocre crap of a season with Darvin Ham still coaching the team. Man, we ain't winning nothing with them dudes anyway, man. Let's just be honest. They're not winning nothing this year. Let's opt away from that. Bring them back when they can be 100% healthy. Let Darvin continue to use the players that he has. And this was the team we've had all season. No sense of bringing in some of them dudes that have been out all year any damn way. It don't make no sense, man. So that's where my head is, man. This Christian Wood news just made it so that I feel like I barely even won tonight. Like we didn't even win. Because the fans like me who pay close enough attention to this, who see the bigger picture, know what we're really doing here, they ain't beat no damn Hawks. We're trying to get out of this 10th seed. Trying to keep the the Houston Rockets off our backside. Keep the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors at bay. Can't do that. Christian Wood now opting to have surgery right now. Thought this man was on his way back. So for me, I'm like, nah, this is garbage. All of this is garbage. How we even let any of this to happen? How we even allowed any of this to happen is a frustration for me in and of itself, man. Some of these things, they wouldn't happen because I wouldn't have put these players on the team. Y'all know I wasn't a pro Christian Wood guy, even though I was happy he's here. When he was healthy, I didn't have a problem with him, but look how it played out. I wasn't into that Gabe Vincent signing. I was never sold on Gabe Vincent. I thought he was overrated. I thought the contract looked good if he was going to play through it. But now that he's been injured all year long, it's not like I'm anticipating him coming back, making me better. I was never on board like that. I don't look at him as a point guard. I look at him as like a lesser version of Avery Bradley or something. Like I was never him. I was never into his piece for our roster. You know, it's just a bunch of stuff. And in the news that came out today, that just kind of, I mean, I already understood this because I just know better. You feel me? But the news that came out today was that Rob Pelinka overrode the Lakers scouts in regards to taking Cam Whitmore in the draft. The scouts wanted Whitmore, and he decided to ignore his scouts and went with Jalen Hood-Schifino, which is like obvious to me, to be honest with you. Only because Cam Whitmore was the 5th overall best prospect, and if you've been doing homework on that draft, for which I know our scouts had, it wasn't really a conversation to be had. When Cam Whitmore falls to you, you take him. Of course he's better than Jalen Hood-Schifino was never a question about that. That was never even in question. He was better than everybody in that range because he should have been gone sooner, much, much, much sooner. So it's like, that's not, it may sound like news, but for those of us who really studied that draft, that's standard, fam. There was nobody in the league who didn't have Cam Whitmore as the number one draft choice in that range on that night. But they said that he overrode it because, of course, he was concerned about the medicals, which I thought was a great conspiracy to get him to the Houston Rockets anyway. I really did. I just thought that was bullcrap. And I still think it's bullcrap. There was never nothing wrong with his medicals. I don't believe. So yeah, that's what I think of that. That just irritated the hell out of me. From what I understand, we wanted Kobe Buffkin, and from what was said, we didn't have a backup plan if Kobe wasn't on the board, which is just utterly stupid. Because quite honestly, Kobe Buffkin was projected to be gone before we even drafted. Like, Kobe Buffkin was probably going to be gone. There was a chance he would be on the board. He was in that range, but from what was said, it was almost as if the Lakers didn't know what to do once Kobe wasn't on the board, which is, I don't know if our scouts had that problem. Maybe our GM had that problem, but I don't think our scouts felt that way at all. It should not have been a scramble. Cam Whitmore was still on the damn board. There was nothing to scramble about. But yeah, so that news was a bit irritating for me, man. Even though I already knew that, because I know our scouts are good, and you don't have to be a good scout to think that way. To be honest with you, you could be a bad scout and say, yo, Cam Whitmore is the guy to take in the 16 range. Because if you look at any mock draft that was out, he was going 5, 6, and 7, no later than 8. So I mean, I don't know, man. At this point, I'm not really happy, man. We talked about this on the rant yesterday. I went off for about 60 minutes or 50 minutes about just all the different things that I was frustrated with in regards to our team and our franchise right now. And I mentioned that a great long deal about Cam Whitmore and how we passed on him and how I felt about that. And I don't know if somebody saw my video and didn't bring out that news basically saying, yo, it wasn't us. Scouts see that video like, yo, nah, we didn't. That was a Rob thing. That definitely wasn't our scouts. And I'll tell my scouts, I know that. Like, in response to that, I know that wasn't y'all. That had to be somebody who wasn't doing homework on the team on this draft class, because ain't nobody else gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. And then Podziemski, I would have loved to have taken Podziemski over Jalen Hood-Schifino. I like Podziemski. I thought you trade down to get Podziemski based on the draft, a mock draft at the time, where you expected him to be. But I was big on Podziemski. I would have been happy if we would have taken him too. Jaime Jaquez, like I said, I'm not as high on Jaime as most people are, but I still think he's going to be a lot better than what, I expect Jalen to be sooner, than I expect Jalen to develop. So I just think at the end of the day, somebody really liked Jalen, man. It had to be Rob Pelinka or Genie. Somebody just really liked him, because there wasn't nothing in his game based on what it is that I studied that make you want him over some of those other players in that range, let alone Cam Whitmore. But everybody in the range to me was more attractive to what we needed. It's about all 5 of the 6 of the guys in that range better for us. The only thing that I really liked about Jalen was his height and the fact that he was a point guard. But I would have rather gone a lot of different directions. So I know he's been playing well in the G League. I don't want to trade him for a bag of peanuts now or nothing like that. It's not like I'm ready to move on from him. I got a prospect that should develop into something. But I look at that, salute the Kobe minute. I look at that story and I just say, this is why I'm frustrated. This is exactly why I'm frustrated, because I just look at decisions like that coupled with all the other frustrating decisions that this front office has made over the last couple of years, and I just say we botched the LeBron James AD era. We botched it, man. We probably should have had at least 3 finals appearances, and we lucky to have gotten one, man. I don't know how the hell we can really justify saying this is a good era of Laker basketball when we had such high expectations and executed so poorly in so many different ways. So many different ways. All of which seem to be avoidable or foreseeable if they were to go the way that we went. It's just the way I see it, man. So I'm happy the Lakers won tonight, but that Christian Wood news just brought all of those bad decisions back to the forefront of my mind, and I'm just looking at that team, and I just know we're not good enough to win a championship. We're good enough to beat a Hawks team without Trae Young, but that's not the bigger picture, man. That's not what I'm here to really do. That's not what we're about. We're trying to really go after it, and I think a lot of things got in our way, and most of it were things that the front office controls. That's what it really comes down to. Things that they chose led to why we're not good enough, man. And so I like Rob, I like Jeannie, but I would be lying if I said that my faith is as high as it should be right now in the front office making good decisions from here. I'm not really sold right now, man. That's what it really comes down to. And I'm uncomfortable saying that because I think our front office has gotten better. I think they listen to me. I really do. I feel listened to. And I don't know the next front office would feel that way or have any care about what I have to say. But I just want good decisions to be made here under this purple and gold banner, man. And I don't know if I feel that who we have in place is capable of doing the best for us going forward, man. I just don't. Some of the stuff that's been happening, I just don't know. I was listening to a guy, and he was essentially saying he don't think Rob Pelinka should be hiring the Nets head coach. I mean, that's not something I thought too much about, but yeah, he has hired the last couple of coaches, and I did not like those guys for this team. Darvin Ham irritates me every time I see him. Frank Vogel had that same effect on me. Who else? Luke Walton had that same effect on me. Byron Scott had that same effect on me. Like, it's just, we've had a long list of coaches that I really, near the end of their tenure, could not stand to watch on the sideline. And I think I've felt that way more than not as a Laker fan of over 30 years, man. And at some point in time, you just got to say, all right, can we get a coach in here that we actually can stand? At the very least, someone that we just happen to not hate by the end of every season. Because this Darvin Ham situation, even after a win, I saw myself looking at him unhappy with certain things. We ain't even got to be losing, and I'm frustrated with some of the decisions. You see what I'm saying? And that's bad. That's really bad. So that's how I feel, man. And if it seems to me that some of the players ain't really taking him like that, they celebrating, they walk past him without slapping his hands type stuff, it's just like, all right, bro. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. None of this is it. Even on the night when you win, none of this is really it. You know what I'm saying? So we got about 3 days to celebrate this victory, try to get as healthy as we possibly can. I feel like guys shouldn't be coming back off injuries, but I do expect a couple of them will return before the end of the season just the same. And maybe we'll see one of them on Friday. I don't know who it would be. Cam Reddish, Castleton maybe come back from the wrist. I don't know who's, I don't know. Vando maybe, since he's lifting weights now. Vincent maybe, since he's been cleared for non-contact activities. I don't know which one's going to come back first, but I'd like to think that these next 3 days could redirect our team into making some decisions that could build upon the win that we had tonight. That's what I hope, man. I really hope that. Because if we're going to end this season the way it's been going, what a waste. So I hate for the tone to be like this when we win, man, but y'all know how I am. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not just, yay, we win, boo, we lost. It's a lot of stuff that goes into how successful I feel like we're going to be on a given night. And tonight with this Christian Wood in, surgery news, I just felt like this was not a very successful night for our franchise. Not very. We won the game, but our center position is just not good at all, and we absolutely need Christian Wood out there. And that should have been thought about when people were deciding not to go under the knife early, if that's what this was, man. You are needed. And now we got to wait the 4 damn weeks for you to heal from that surgery any freaking way, man. After waiting 4 weeks, that would have been your recovery time. That's just not acceptable at all. At all. If he were a guard, I'd feel the same way. If he were a forward, I'd feel the same way. But that he's a center makes it worse, given the fact our situation is as it is. So I do want us to bring in somebody else. I do want Dwight Howard on this roster, because I think that might be the best shot that we have guarding any of these people that we must guard and can't seem to, man. And so that's what I hope we do, man. That's what I hope we do. I don't see no other solutions. And waiting on Christian Wood to come back for the next 4 weeks, which should lead right up to the end of the damn season. I mean, like the last game he's expected to be cleared or something like that, or a play-in tournament game. Nah, I'm not accepting that. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. So if it's up to me, Christian Wood's out for the season, man. There's no way I'm bringing him back. There's no way in hell. So, game ball, it could go. You could split that thing 3 ways, but I really like what I saw from LeBron James tonight. I thought he was fast. I thought he played powerfully. I thought he made good decisions up and under, layups and dunks, great passes and stuff like that. So I think I'll opt to give him the game ball, even though it could go 1 of 3 ways. D'Lo, AD, and Bron. I thought they all played really well, but I'm gonna give it to Bron tonight. And great win against a hobbled team that you really didn't have it. I mean, it was almost like we were going up against the B club tonight. They didn't have nothing tonight. The Hawks were bad, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for our situation. No pun intended. So yeah, fun win, fun, good performance, lots of garbage time in a good way for us, and that's something to cheer on. But just a big picture of our organization and where we're at, man, I'm still not happy. BDL 44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.